welcome back to my channel. My name is Ankita. I'd like to start this video by thanking you guys for the amazing response to my jewelry collection. I keep getting requests for new pieces, so I will be coming up with new designs really soon. So you can check out my page for some unique handmade jewelry. The link is in the description box. Now coming back to this video. So in today's video I'm going to share with you this look right here. So I've tried to create this Bengali look for Durga Puja with this makeup and hair and accessories. Also this Bengali sari drape. You can wear this for the morning functions during Ashtami or Vijaya Dashami. I'm calling it the Pujo Bari Shaj because you can wear this to any, Pujo Bari or even to your pandals. So if you want to know how I created this look, please keep on watching. I have already moisturized my face and applied a nice lip balm. For primer, I'm going to use one of these 4 primer samples that I got from Smashbox. I will be using the pore minimizing primer, which is this one. It has a really thick consistency and it feels like velvet. I'm actually using this for the first time. I'm applying this product mainly to the center of my face where I have the most amount of texture, like the area around my nose. Oh my god, this primer works amazingly and it filled in all my pores, making the skin super soft and super smooth. All the hype about this product is real. To be honest, this feels like butter. Can't explain how smooth my skin feels right now. I can't wait to try the others. After primer, I'm going to use another sample product. So this one is the MAC Strobe Cream and I will apply it on the high points of my face, like on my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead and chin, and I'm blending it using my fingers. This is like a moisturizer mixed with some illuminator. This actually melts into the skin. It actually looks really nice on bare skin. You can see the natural glow that it gives. Next I will move on to concealer. So I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade medium. And since we are going for a daytime look, I don't want to cake up my face with a lot of products. So I will use concealer first and then a little bit of foundation wherever required. So I'm applying the concealer on all the usual places, like under my eyes to conceal the darkness, on my eyelids, on the center of my forehead and on the bridge of my nose, also on my chin and also above my jawline. Then using a brush I will blend out the concealer. This is actually a really nice affordable concealer that blends out really easily. For foundation, I will be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation in the shade 220 Natural Beige. I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand and apply it on the rest of my face where I haven't applied the concealer. I'm using the same brush with which I blended the concealer. I'm also going to apply the foundation where I need a little more coverage, like the area around my mouth. So I won't be layering a lot of products. Not layering a lot of product prevents the base from looking cakey. Since I have oily skin, I'm going to set everything using a translucent powder by Kryolan. I'm using the powder mainly under my eyes and around my mouth where I tend to crease a lot. Also on my T-zone. And then I will lightly dust the powder all over my face using a brush. Next, to fill in the gaps in my brows, I will be using the Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil. This is the mini pencil that I got from Nykaa. I actually bought a bunch of new makeup from Nykaa. I will have a Nykaa haul soon on my channel. This is actually a really nice eyebrow pencil and filling in the eyebrows makes a lot of difference. So please don't skip this step. Then I will move on to the eyes. I am going to create a very simple daytime eye look using just 2 eyeshadows. I will be using this MAC Burgundy x 9 eyeshadow palette. I will just use 2 simple colors. First I will pick up the shimmery shade from this palette called Honey Lust and using my fingertips I will apply it on the inner 2/3 of my eyelids. You can use similar colors from any eyeshadow palette that you have. Then taking the shade Embark, which is a matte reddish brown color, I will apply it to the outer corner of my eyes, blending it inwards. I will also apply it a little above my crease to give some shape to the eyes. Here I am using a fluffy brush with a tapered end. So I will have the maximum intensity on the outer corner, and gradually when I will have lesser product on the brush, I will apply the shadow a little above my crease to give some definition to my eyes because I have hooded eyes. Then taking a clean eyeshadow blending brush, I will just go over the brown eyeshadow so that there are no harsh lines. Then using this gel liner from L'Oreal, I will draw a thin line very close to my upper lash line, and I will also smudge it out a little. I am applying the liner using an angled brush. I will apply the same gel liner on the outer 2/3 of my lower lash line, and then I will smudge it out. Then to smoke out the lower lash line a little more, I will apply the shade Embark again over the liner. Using a flat eyeshadow brush. Now to give some structure to my face, I will be using a bronzer. I'm going to use Hoola by Benefit. I'm using the same brush that came with the bronzer, and it's actually a really good brush. I'm applying it to the hollows of my cheekbones, a little bit on my forehead and on the sides of my nose. This one is a cult favorite product and it's actually really nice. To blend out the product a little more, I'm going to use this large contouring brush. I'm also applying the bronzer on my jawline to hide my double chin. For blush, I will be using this Lakme blush. I don't remember the shade. I will have all the shade names and numbers in the description box. I'm really proud that I've hit pan on this product. I will apply the blush on my cheeks, blending it upwards with the contour so that my face doesn't look as round as it is. I will also apply the tiniest amount on my nose, forehead and chin. To set my base in place, I will be using the MAC Fix Plus. It's a makeup fixing spray. This one is really nice. It helps the makeup stay in place all day. It also helps with the overall blending. For mascara, I will be using this sample by MAC. It's called Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. I will apply a single coat of mascara on my top and bottom lashes because I will go with falsies later on. This is actually a really nice mascara. I'm actually really liking all the samples that I'm using in this video. All of the products have been a hit. I have applied a pair of false lashes off camera, but you can skip it and just go with 2 coats of mascara after curling your lashes. Now it's time for some highlighter. I'm going to use this MAC highlighter in the shade Soft and Gentle. I will apply it to the high points of my face using a fan brush. So I will apply it on my cheekbones, on the bridge and tip of my nose, Cupid's bow chin, and also a little bit on my forehead, on the arch of my eyebrows. For lipstick, I will go with this classic red lipstick by MAC in the shade Ruby Woo. This is a beautiful, universally flattering red color. The formula can be a little dry, so make sure to use it on well moisturized and scrubbed lips. You have to be a little careful while applying a red lipstick. In case you make any mistakes, you can always fix it using a little bit of concealer on a flat brush like this. Next, I will wear a red bindi, and this is a finished makeup look. It's really simple and anyone can do it. It's just about using the right products that work for you. Now moving on to the hair. I'm actually really bad with hair, so I'm going to make a really simple bun. So first I will tie my hair into a low ponytail. Because I do not have really long hair, I will be using a donut-like stuffing to make a decent size bun. This is a hair accessory that you can find in any local shop. This will give some volume to our bun. Then take the ponytail and pass it through the hole of a donut like this. This will actually form the base of our bun. Then I will distribute and spread my hair to cover the bun evenly. And to secure it, I will use another hair tie. You can see what I'm doing here, and I'm sure you will understand. Then taking all the remaining hair from the sides, I will just tuck it into the donut and then fix them in place using some U-pins. Then finally I will wrap like 2 strands of gajra that I got from a local shop. This one is of course fake. Real fresh gajra looks a lot better, but this is what I had, and this is how the bun looks like. Then I will just pull out a few strands of hair from the front to frame my face, and we are done. I'm really bad with hair and this is what I could manage, so I'm sure you'll do a better job. Now for the sari draping, I'm actually wearing a pair of red palazzo pants because I'm just comfortable in them. You can of course wear your petticoat, and I'm also wearing a tank top. I will later change into my blouse and show you the finished look. I'm also wearing my heels. Always wear your heels before draping your sari. I'm going to drape this red Dhakai sari in Bengali style. I have this really traditional red Dhakai sari with golden work all over. I will start with the inner section of the sari and tuck it into my waistline like how you drape any other sari. I will drape it around my waist in one wrap, tucking it into my waistline neatly and stop at the right side. After doing like the basic tuck, I will start making the upper pleats. I am going to start making the pleats on the pallu section of the sari like you would do for a normal sari. You will need long straight pleats on the pallu, so it's better to pin them in place so that they do not move around. You can later remove the pins. I already have a video on my channel where I have shared with you how to drape a traditional Bengali sari, but I recently learned a different method, so I'm going to show that in this video. You can check out that video as well. It's a traditional way of wearing a Bengali sari. I'll have the link in the description box. After making the pleats, I will place it over my left shoulder, and the end of the pallu should be a little long, like you can see the length here, but don't worry, we'll fix it later. After doing that, I will start making pleats like normal sari pleats. In a traditional Bengali sari drape, the pleats are usually different. They are broader and you also need to make them before fixing the pallu. You can watch my previous sari draping video for that. This one is actually easier to do and this also gives like an interesting look. So after making the pleats, I will tuck them into my palazzo pants or petticoat, whatever you're using. Then I will bring the pallu in front from the right side. Take the corner of the pallu. Then pin the upper corner of the pallu between the pleats on my shoulder, like you can see here. It will automatically form these pleats and a cowl on the side. If you're using a soft flowy fabric, you will get a better drape. I will also remove the extra pins that I had used to hold the pleats in place. So this is how you can drape a sari in a Bengali style. I will quickly change into my blouse and show you the final look. This is the finished look. So I'm wearing this golden brocade blouse with red piping on it. It also has a really pretty latkan on the back. I'm also carrying this matching red and golden potli bag. To keep your hands free, you can also tuck the bag in your waist or just place it on your wrist. I'm also wearing traditional gold jewelry like these bangles. These are called bala in Bengali. I'm also wearing a chain with a guinea pendant and matching guinea stud earrings. I'm actually wearing my mother's jewelry. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked this makeup look and this sari drape. If you do recreate this look, please share pictures with me on Instagram. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Also like this video and you will find the links to my social media in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.